ISUPK.
Hey, I'm just following orders. Let me get one of them slow motion pictures, bro. One of them slow motion pictures.
You gotta shoot at 60 frames per second.
Come on, I...
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move, it coast. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up, I'm about to bullshit. They see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn right, I brought my army. Going up like a rocket, and can't nobody stop me. These niggas garbage, so watch your mouth, boy. Coming all black, slithering house, call me mouth, boy. I'm off the hip like a cowboy. I'm a king, you should bow, boy. Shorty like, damn, man, you cut up. Nothing I can handle. 144 in the booth, going Rambo. Niggas do you dirty like a stick in a bando. That's why I play the corner like a bum with a banjo. I'ma lead by example. Ooh, keep on sobbing, got this bitch off the hand. Got the juice, got the drip, about to hit the bitch with the salt. It ain't rap, it's assault. Can't taste a bitch unless you with the coke. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move, it coast.
Hey! One way! One way! One way! One way! One way!
Coming up on my bullshit.
I do it how a veteran be. You better than me. I'm Reggie at the edge of the key. It's all money, no honey. Think you settle and see. You locked up, fucked up, and it's back to the streets. It's one west. You can check the residency. I reside when soldiers died on the soles of their feet. Cause there's death before designer. Ain't no coward in me. Cause I'm cold as a bitch's shoulder. You ain't calling a week. Get the cooking on this beat. Hope you like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me and they all red rum, red rum, red rum. Got you fuckers scared some. Get the banging on this beat till my fucking head numb. Black Glock, red drum, black and yellow air ones. Homie, you ain't got a vest. I suggest you wear one.
Told these niggas we was going up. They was doing a lot of talking, now these niggas ain't saying shit.
Feeling like a legend in this shit, lil nigga, I'm past veteran. Never feeling third, lil nigga, I'm past second. Guns, I gotta have them all like Ash Ketchum. Shotty break a nigga ribs up like his wife left him. We all steppin', kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5, but you doing life. These hands are rude GPS, a mean right. That's mean right, we build different, you know the vibes. And we stamped and authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a kind. Noah's Ark, you know I'm with animals when we flowing by. We back again, no cap, when I'm with Cap again. Yeah, they say they want smoking, so we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym.
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move, it coast. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up on my bullshit.
Hashem, Yahweh Shai Barak Atah. Yahweh Shema Alatan Hashem, Yahweh Shai. We are the ISUPK, started on the 1 West, 125th Street. I need to know if y'all can hear me. I need to know if y'all can hear me. It looked like I might be having. I need a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. I need a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Test 1, test, okay. It looks like I'm doing okay. All right, I'm sure somebody will tune in and say, I can't hear you if they can't hear me. We are the ISUPK, started on the 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, way back in 1969. And today, under Commandant General Yohana, we go throughout the earth teaching the truth of the Bible to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And that truth is that so-called Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans are in fact the lost children of Israel. The lost children of Israel. And this is the Lashawan Kodash. All right? The Lashawan Kodash, or your holy language. The holy language. All right? Lashawan Kodash. All right, looks like it's going to be time to buy some more markets here. Precinct Officer Mashat, coming to you out of the Detroit camp. We teach a basic class. And we start off with what? Why should you learn the Lashawan Kodash? Because it is your language. This is your original language. This is your original language, the Lashawan Kodash, or the holy tongue. The holy tongue. We teach you a basic class so that you can begin, and then there's other brothers that teach advanced classes. So that you might learn your language. It's amazing. I was on Clubhouse the other day and ran into sister on there, Israelite sister, and I greeted the sister, and she in turn returned the greeting, and it was amazing how it was a room with a bunch of our people and a bunch of Israelites in it. Okay? Can we get an echo? All right. Let me do this. Let me cut this down. See if we can get rid of this echo. Let's go here. All right, give me a 1 if that echo is disappearing, and it might be just the room is fairly empty today, so it might be just the sound bouncing off. But when we spoke to one another, and just greeting, it was amazing how there was folks that said, hey, what y'all say? What y'all say? You see. And somebody said, y'all speaking in tongues? Well, we speaking in another language if we were speaking in another language, if that's what they meant. Of course, they meant that gibberish that's spoken in the Christian church. And no, we weren't speaking that. These are the characters that I'm putting up. We have 22 characters in our language. And when we write the sound, I'm writing the sound that it makes. This is a primary sound. And it's also the name of the character, okay? Ah, ba, this is a ga, da, ha, and I'm gonna be going a little bit faster Y than normally, okay? Because we've done this so many times, right? But again, it is a basic class. Za, Kha, see a C-H-A-A, Kha, that's how you say it. This is Ta, this is Ya, this is Ka, all right? Notice the difference between Kha and the Ka. This is the Ka in the Hebrew, this is the Kha in the Hebrew. You'll notice it if you see a Hebrew word written in with English letters, then it'll be a Ka. But if it's a Kha, then you'll see it reach with the CHAA. This is La, and again, this is not only the primary sounds of the letter, but is what we identify the letter as. So this would be an A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Kha, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I. Actually, that's what it is. I, Pa. This is the Taza. Remember that one. This is the only one, right? This is the only one of our characters that has two syllables. This, of course, is a Ra. This is a Sha. And this is a Tha. Okay? Now, you see up here in the title, Lashawan Kodash, you see up there in the title, these little things right here. These are called connectors. What connectors do is change the second letter. Notice we write from right to left, not left to right, but right to left. And it changed the sound of the second character into what I call a soft sound. So this is a na. This is the same na that you see here, na. Okay? But when it's connected to this y right here, you see that? This is la. You see it here. You see that? Sha. See it over here. Wa right here. And that's a na. You see it here. Okay? But you don't say la, sha, wa, na. Because of this here, it blends the two letters together to make one sound. Meaning the second character here actually has a softer sound now. Okay? And that's for every time you see that. Even over here, you see a sha, this is a quad, that's a da, you see a sha. And you don't say quad sha. Okay? We're talking about these here, these characters, these connectors. That's what these are called, connectors. Okay? It's called connectors. Okay, when a connector shows up, right, then the second letter gets a softer sound. And that would be, for the na, that would be an as in run, as in one. You see that you get that sound. For the sha, it would be the sh sound, as in fish, as in catch. So you get, instead of la sha wa na, you get la sha one qua dash, not qua dasha, but qua dash. And I'm sure those who've been here before know that. So if you're new, what I need you to do is go ahead and write that down. Go ahead and write it down. Just so you know what we got in here. Always sound like. All righty. I want to welcome everybody up in here. And we're going to move past this. I'm not seeing any real new people. Not seeing any real new people up in here. Don't forget to like and share. Don't forget to like, share. And we're on not Restream, but we are on StreamYard. And if there's when it comes up, if there's well, we print it out on YouTube too. So like, share, subscribe. Okay, like, share, and subscribe. Let's get the algorithm going up a little bit. This is the beginning of every class right here. This is the beginning of every class. We introduce you to the Lashawan, introduce you to to the connectors. And from here, we are going to, let's work with some words. We're going to work with some words today, as we always do. Like I said, if you need to write this down, go ahead and write it down. I'll give you about another 30 seconds. And always roll the film back. Okay. Now, for those who've been here, you know these. You say, you know these. What I'm going to do is put words up here. I'm going to write them in the Hebrew. You understand? I'm going to write them in the Hebrew, using Hebrew lettering. And what I want you to do is to, in the chat room, what I need you to do is to write them using English. Now we're not loud enough. We may gonna have an echo. Let me go over here, check my settings. Boom, boom, boom. Audio. Test 1, 2. Okay. I got echo cancellation on. Okay. And we doing also on the mic volume. All my things are saying is looking halfway decent. Okay. If it's not loud enough, try turning up your device. And what I'm gonna do is jump out and all I need to sit in. Okay. All right, and we just, the echo you hear again might be the room itself. All right, here we go. Erase that. Here we go. Of course, we start at the right. I need the Hebrew word, and then I need to know the definition of the translation. How about that? Then I need the translation into English. And I'm not going to try to trick you. This is just checking to see who's been keeping up with their vocabulary. These are easy words here. All right, what I want you to do is to give me, and it's not going to be that many. Okay. Go here. And I'm picking words that you should know. This should be fairly easy. Because when you say them in the Hebrew, you're going to find out that you almost know almost every one of these words. You know almost every one of these words. Okay, there we go. We're going to use those 6 words just to see what we got going on. All right? those 6 letters. Now what I need is well, and I'm not gonna do too much spelling correcting today. How about that? I know that's gonna make you kind of happy. I'm not gonna do too much spelling correcting. There we go. Need to drop that down a little bit. All right. Oh, it looks nice. Looks nice. All right, what we got here is the first one. That's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And I know you're going down, right? Just the way I roll them up there. Yeah. Okay, the sister, you only got one wrong. You put ba. Okay. I know you're referring to this one right here. You gotta be referring to this one here. This is not ba. Look at it again. Look real close. Look real close. It's interesting how this runs. All right. There we go. Back to the class. There we go. Let's get those likes up. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Yolashawan Kwadash. All right. Give a few more minutes. A few more seconds. Probably about 30 more seconds. And then we're gonna run through this. I'll show you what you got right, what you got wrong. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Alawat. Take a look at that again. You want to take a look at that again? Let's get our lettering. The one you wrote Alawat for. Right? You got Akwas right. Akwas. Was. You see? There's your thigh right there. That's a thigh. That's another thigh right there. You see that? That is not a thigh. You know, in the 83rd Psalm, Psalms 83, you know, we treat that as a prayer. That's one of the, believe it or not, prayers that we every Sabbath that we pray. You know, in the Hebrew and in the English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, right? Or Elahayim, Al Damayalka, Al Takarash, or Al Tashakwat, Al Kaya Hana, Awai Yab Yaka, Yahama Yawan, Ra'ash, Al Aimka, Ya'ara Yawa, Sawada, Wayatha, Ya'atazawa, Al Tazapawanyaka, Amawa, Bakawa, Wanakakidam, Magawiya, Wala'a Yazakar, Sham Yashara, Awada, Kaya, Nawa Atazawa, Nabab, Yakadwa, Al Yaka, Bayas. And we're going on. Why am I going over that? It's real simple because today, what we're going to do is going to look at the 18 nations of the earth. Those 18 nations of the earth. And we're going to look at what they were called in the Hebrew. Why is that important? So, when you hear them, and we say their names every Sabbath, when we get down to, for they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes of Gabal and Ammon, Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Selah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin at the brook of Kizar, which perished at Endor and became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeb, yea, all their princes as Zebah and Zalmunna. You see. So the question is, and then also we want to look at some of this stuff, so we can keep up with what's going on in the world. If somebody called Russia, ran up, and somebody called Ukraine. You got French, they got a 24-hour television station covering that stuff and everything. All right. Sister Barak, welcome to the class. All right. These are who we have in here right now, for sure. Well, welcome all y'all to the class. We already gone over. You can roll the film back because it's going to stay up on YouTube. It's going to stay in Facebook for a while. You'll be able to roll the film back to catch the beginning. The beginning is just we go over the characters. This is the Paleo or the ancient Hebrew. Right now, what you see on the board, okay? What you see on the board is words, vocabulary words, simple words that if you know how to pronounce them, you can actually write these words down, and you can translate them. I believe all of you know what these words are. So I'm gonna show you what we're doing, and this is what you would do because we do interactive. So in your chat room, you'll look at the word. You see this character, right? If you don't have one of these, talk with your husband, your camp leader, and get you one of those. This is a sheet of our characters, and our characters, just like American ABCs, these are our ABCs, but these we call them characters, okay? You'll see this is a word, this is a word, this is a word, all these are words, right? And you're gonna write, this is what you're gonna give me. You're gonna give me what it is in Hebrew, and I'm doing it for this one. Ban, okay, that's a ba, that's a na with a connector, ban, okay? And you're gonna give me the English word for it. And the English word for ban is son. Show you how. My name is Mashak. So it'd be, if I was given my registry, it would say ban, Mashah ban Yahawada. In other words, Mashah, son or ban of Judah. Okay, but we know Judah is Yahawada. The sister just checked in. Is it correct? I believe. Is it correct, right, sis? You Yashakar's wife. So and you Yashakar's wife. So if Ban is son, then what is this word here? And here, this word here, this is all you would do. You put Ban and then you will put son. And you'll do that for the other 5 words and just put it right inside the you'll put that right inside the chat room. And we'll get it right here. And Akhlaq Shemayim, what I need you to do is to translate those words. The ones that we said right, and you just translate them into the English. With little words like this, we will do that. And you want to get in the habit of doing that. All right? Give you a few minutes. Ban, Akbanat, Akwa, Alawat. And did I not finish the word? Oh, man, the song. It's right. Okay. No, I didn't. I got it right. And today I won't be nitpicking. I promise you I'm not going to be nitpicking on English spelling when you use English letters. That'll be that's another class. Yeah, that'll be another class. Our sister's pretty fast too. We may turn this into a more advanced class. Y'all pretty fast on this today. All right. This is absolutely correct. That is correct as well. Correct. Correct. Now this one here is not. You want to take another look at that? This is correct. I'll accept this one. And of course, this one is correct. All right. Now what we're going to get. All right, I'm gonna give you a hint. Every brother knows this. It normally goes along with. I'm gonna write it in the Hebrew. Let's see if I can spell this right. I'm pretty sure that's how it's spelled, okay? You pronounce it out, you'll be able to tell me what the first word is because you've heard this before too. Ah, con. Con. All right, sisters, y'all on it. Y'all are on it. Con. Yeah. I see right here where you said you didn't know first, sister, but I see you do. And that's all it takes is give you another word in Hebrew that's interesting. Give you a second word in Hebrew right behind that. And you got it. Al-Waq and Yah. You know what that is, right? That's general on deck. Everybody stands up, every brother comes to Hamajim, Barak, and then we greet the general. You see that? That's one thing we really want to do in this class is cause you to think. Figure it out. Think and figure it out. Because when you do that, right, it becomes second nature. We got Ak, right? That's how that would be spelled, which is what? Brother. What we got here? Banah. You see that? We got Banah. And what that is daughter. See that? And of course, Akwat, okay? Akwat, and that is sister. And this is Alawak, and that's general. Write these down. You're going to see them again, and this is, of course, Abba, which is father. You see that? There we go. Abba. All right. So, that's the short vocabulary words for the day on that one. Now let's move on to something that may strike your interest a little bit better, a little more. Might get you excited a little bit. Because you know, we got countries like Egypt that we talk about. Egypt, we talk about France, we talk about Russia, Israel, Ethiopia. You've heard of China or the Chinese, right? Japan or the Japanese. But they also have Hebrew names, okay? They also have Hebrew names. And we're not even talking about biblical names. We're talking about Hebrew names. We recognize them in the biblical name is close. You see, it's close on some of them. You see, on some of them it's close, but they have actual Hebrew names, okay? What I'm gonna do is just go down the list, and I'm gonna write the Hebrew. What you'll do is, of course, pronounce the Hebrew and write that word with English letters, okay? But I want to see if you can tell me what country, and I'm gonna give it to you. What country It is. I'm gonna start with 3, okay? Okay. First thing, remember, the first thing is what? Give it back to me in English letters. Give it back to me in English letters. Just what I've written. It's gonna be a Hebrew word, but it's gonna be in English letters when you give it back to me. All right? Y'all doing excellent. So don't get scared now. Y'all got this. Y'all got this. You ready yet? You going after it? Give me one at a time. What's that first one? I see an I see a ya, I see a la, and a ma. So what word is that? This is the Hebrew name of a particular country or nation on this earth. It's the Hebrew name of a particular nation on this earth. And while y'all figuring it out, you gotta play a little music. Just like that. You gotta play a little music.
Let me get one of those slow motion pictures, bro. One of the slow motion pictures.
You gotta shoot at 60 frames per second.
Let me know if the music messes with your patience.
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move, it coach. You see me, they like, ooh, chemo shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up, I'm about to bullshit. They see me, they like, ooh, chemo shopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn right, I brought my army. Going up like a rocket, and can't nobody stop me. These niggas garbage, so watch your mouth, boy. Coming all black, slithering house, call me mouth, boy. I'm off the hip like a cowboy. I'm a king, you should bow, boy. Shorty like, damn, man, you cut up. Nothing I can handle. 144 in the booth, going Rambo. Niggas do you dirty like a stick in a bando. So I play the corner like a bum with a banjo. I'm a lead by example. Ooh, chemo sabe, got this bitch off the hand. Got this juice, got the drip, about to hit the bitch with the salt. It ain't rap, it's assault. Can't taste a bitch unless you with the coke. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move, it coach.
One West, one West, one West, one West, one West.
Coming up on my bullshit.
I do it how a veteran be. You better than me. I'm Reggie at the edge of the key. It's all money, no honey. Think you settling? See, you locked up, fucked up, and it's back to the streets. It's One West. You can check the residency. I reside with soldiers died on the cold as a bitch's shoulder, you ain't calling a week. Get the cooking on this beat, hope you like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me and they all red rum, red rum, red rum. Got you fuckers scared some, get the banging on this beat till my fucking head numb. Black Glock, red drum, black and yellow Air Ones. Homie, you ain't got a vest, I suggest you wear one.
Told these niggas we was going up. They was doing a lot of talking, now these niggas ain't saying shit.
Feeling like a legend in this shit, lil nigga, I'm past veteran. Never feeling third, lil nigga, I'm past second. Guns, I gotta have them all like Ash Ketchum. Shotty break a nigga ribs up like his wife left him. We all steppin', kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5, but you doing life. These hands are rude GPS, a mean right. That's mean right, we build different, you know the vibes. And we stamped it authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a cod. Noah's Ark, you know I'm with animals when we flowing by. We back again, no cap, when I'm with Cap again. Yeah, they say they want smoke until we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym.
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. As if they make the wrong move and coach shit. You see me, they like, ooh, chemo shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up, I'm about to boss shit.
All right, I need to know if I need more time. We only got 3 words here. Y'all ready? Here's the first one. Okay? This is I-ya-lam. I'm finna write it backwards, y'all. I am getting ready, you know, your brain switch when you do this. I-ya-lam. Okay. The second one is Asha War. Asha War. See that? And the third one is Aram. Question is, who are these? Who are these folks? The first one is India. The second one is Assyria. Oh, hold up. Some more to this. This is India. Ayalam. It's the same when you see in the Bible. This is the biblical. It's Elam. You got that? Ashawar is Asher. That's the biblical name, Asher. Okay, and did I spell that right? It's 2 S's. Some people say Ashur, but it's Asher, and the last one is Aram. The question is, who are these people? Like I've already said, this is India. You know the people who do the 7-Eleven store? Say, can I get you a Slurpee? It's India. Ashur or Asher is Assyria. And Aram is Syria. 2 different countries. Assyria, we went into the Assyrian captivity, and then Syria itself, okay? These are the 18 nations. What's their Hebrew name? In Hebrew name, biblical name, and who they are today. Who are they known to be today? Y'all got that? Give you a chance to copy that down. Shalom, Ashawar, and Aram. That's Elam, Ashur, and Aram. Who are they today? They're India, Assyria, and Syria. Okay? Erase that. Let's go to the next three. I hope y'all got that. If you need another minute to finish copying that, give me a 1 in the chat room, please. Give me a 1 in the chat room if you need a minute to copy that. I'm not seeing any, so, but if I do this prematurely, again, the video is going to be up. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. All righty. The next three. It's going to be interesting. That's one. That's two. Okay. Make sure y'all can see that. I'll do the same thing. See if we can identify the first one to pronounce. We want to pronounce the word in the Hebrew. We'll pronounce that word in the Hebrew. What do we have? Give you a little bit, look at it. And what are we doing? 18 nations. The name of the 18 nations and who they are today. Okay? And who they are today. Because they have something to do with you, Israel. They have something to do with you. I really like lecturing. I like that participation. You see. Like that participation. Go ahead. Don't be afraid. This is easy stuff. You know this already. You know this already. When you look at this, I know you can pronounce this. Yashemai Allah. Yashemai Allah. You can say it that way. Yashemai Allah. Okay? Just say Ya, Sha, My, Allah. Yashemai Allah. And you can actually spell it like this. Ya, Sha, My, Allah. Yasha, My, Allah. Yasha, My, Allah. The next one, Ma, Wa, Abba. That'll be Mawa, Abba. See that? Mawa, Abba. Mawa Abba. Okay. And these are all A's here. I know I get going a little fast sometimes. And the next one is I Ma One. I'm a one. See that? But who are they? Yashama'ala is, the biblical name is Ishmael. See that? Mawa'aba is Moab. See that? And Amawan is Ammon. That's the biblical name. Now, who are they today? Ishmael or Yashmai Allah? Those are your Arabs. Those are your Arabs, okay? Moab, these are your Chinese. Why is this important? You're going to see. And then we got Japan. Ammon is Japan. So I'm sure you heard the story of Ammon and Moab, how they came about. After the fall of Sodom and Gomorrah, the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, Lot took off with his wife and daughters. His wife looked back and she became a pillar of salt. So Lot was left with two daughters, teenage, young adult type, someplace in there. But he left with two daughters. And when they went up into the mountains and hid, as Sodom and Gomorrah was being destroyed, the two daughters looked and they talked with each other and they said, wow, there's no man on the face of the earth left, because this, you see fire and brimstone raining down out of the sky, destroying the city. You don't have television, you don't have airplanes, you don't have the internet. So to them, it looked like the world had come to an end and ain't no men left, and it's just them and their father. And they come up with this dumb idea. Let's get our father drunk with wine and sleep with him and get pregnant by him. Work with me now. Work with me. And in turn, they did that. And as a result, I'm not sure if you know about this term, mongoloidness. Mongoloidness, is it? You see that? These are where the mongoloids began. If you notice, flat forehead, the arm and the big arm and eyes, they got that certain look, the same look that you see regardless of race, nationality, color, or whatever. It seems many brothers and sisters, many people with this mongoloidism are autistic. I think that's what they call it, autistic. Like Rain Man, those people there, and that's called mongoloidism, and it's most prevalent when babies are produced by, and you can check it out, babies are produced by people who are too closely related, brother and sister, father and natural daughter, you see, mother, natural son, fool brothers and sisters. When they do that awful thing of having sex, many times, their offspring has that mongoloid look, and they will be autistic and different. And if you look at the Chinese, you look at the Koreans, you look at the Japanese, the Far East, those folks over in the Far East, that's what you see. Even the folks up where Genghis Khan used to be, they're called Mongolia. Mongolia. That country came. They already knew they were Mongoloids. A whole race of them. You know. In fact, it's illegal today. It's actually illegal in some states. Highly recommended by every doctor. Brothers and sisters, don't sleep together. The Bible told you thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago, don't sleep with your sister, you can't sleep with your mom, and women, you can't sleep with your dad, fathers, you can't sleep, you can't have sex with your daughters. The Bible tells you that. Here's why. You see that? Well, the why is because the Most High said don't do it. The result of disobeying the Most High, in that sense, is what? Mongoloidism, which is the tribes of Moab and Ammon. The people of Moab and Ammon, the Chinese and the Japanese are some prevalent examples of that. And now that gene is spread throughout their entire nation. It's just stuck there. If that Mongoloid gene was to disappear, Chinese and Japanese people may just look like Europeans, yellow Europeans, because they have a little bit of melanin. But that's who we got. Arabs, Ishmael, he's the father of Arabs. The one daughter named her son Moab, and so they became Moabites. And we're not talking about Moorish Americans. We ain't gonna do that. And then Ammon, that's Japan and Chinese. All right. These folks are, you know well that we're intimately involved with them. All right. Let's get the next three. Let's get the next three. I'm gonna give you a little backstory. I don't know how we're gonna do that, but we might as well keep it going. A little backstory on where some of these nations come from. All right. The next one is Adawam. Don't get it. Oh, I'm not supposed to tell y'all. Okay, here we go. Y'all got me in lecture mode. This is next. Okay, and the third one. There we go. Give it time to write that, then we'll start talking about these two. You gotta know who these folks are. All right. You got it written down. The first one, don't want you to get it mixed up. So this is Adawam. Okay. Not Adawan. Not Adawan. Like we say Khan, Adawan Khan. This is totally different. This is Adawam. Okay, notice the ma. Okay. The next one is Yasharala. Yasharala. See that? And the third one is Kawash. Okay, Kawash. In the Bible, these folks are recognized as, this one actually got two names, Edom or Esau. Edom or Esau. Yasharala, I'm sure everybody knows who that is. Kwam Yasharala is Israel. That's us. Yasharala, this is our name. And then Kawash is actually Cush. Some of y'all may know him as E, the Ethiopians. Okay. These are biblical names. Who is Esau or Edom? Do it this way. D-W-I-G-H-T-M-A-N. Dwight. Man, you see that? Okay. And who is Israel? Well, we've kept our name. We just didn't know we were Israel. Israel. And then Cush, of course, we already said they are the Ethiopians. Okay. Okay, y'all back with the brother. I see you put it in. Okay. Now, let's get a little backstory. Sorry about the air conditioning. It does get a little loud. So let's get the backstory. Let's talk about Edom, Esau, Adawam. Right? Adawam is the what? Twin brother of Yaquab or Yasharala. Twin brothers. Adawam, Yasharala, twin brothers. Adawam was born first. He came out red and hairy all over. Yasharala came out normal. So that's why in the Bible you get a description of the abnormal looking son of a gun. They named him Esau. Yasharala was named Jacob. Right? Jacob changed his name to Israel, and we became a nation through 12 sons. Esau went on. Today we call him, in that spirit, the devil that the Bible speaks of. You see that? And then you got Kawash, who are the Ethiopians from Cush. From Cush. Now, what's important here is that since the Ethiopians came up, in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, you'll hear about Ham. Okay. Noah's youngest son, who was born about 96 years. And you can check this out in the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. I didn't set out to memorize this, but Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born about 96 years before the flood, one of 8 people to survive the flood. He is the father or the progenitor, which means the father of the dark races. And the next thing they're going to tell you in that line is not the Negro, but the Ethiopians, the Libyans, the dark races of Africa. Okay? It's Kush, that's the Ethiopians, that's Kawash. Understand? If it says Kawash, then that is an African. Say Yasharala, that's us. We're not the same. For our father name, he was turned into Israel or Yasharala after he wrestled with an angel all night long. He got the name, and he became a prince of the Most High. Said he's a prince. And his brother's name was Esau, who founded Edom, where you get the Edomite from. You get Edomite from. But his Hebrew name is Adawan. Israel's Hebrew name is Yasharala, and the Ethiopians' Hebrew name is Kawash. So when you hear those words being spoken, when you read them in the scriptures, that's why we're going over this, you'll know who they are today. All right? We're not going to rush, but we're going to get 3 more. Remember, it's 18. This is the third set. We halfway there. All right? I pray you've written this down, but we do got to keep it moving. All right? And it's working out. The next 3. All right? Again, all I need you to give me is the Hebrew word written in, okay, the Hebrew word written in English letters. All right? That's what I need to see in the chat room. I'm looking at some of the answers. I'm looking at some of the answers. I'll tell you what, I appreciate y'all participation. Not gonna rush, we're gonna take our time. I want y'all to take your time too, don't rush. Look at the word closely. Look at the word closely. And write down in your answer what you're reading, not what you're hearing in your head. When you look at it, you write the word out. If there's a mob, you put the mob down there. If it's a za, make sure you got that in English. Write it down in English. If you got a rod and or ya and a mob, y'all cool, right? I think what I'm gonna do is go straight across instead of back. We'll go just straight across. This is a ma, right? So we know that's ma, tazar. See, that's a tazar and a ra. So that's tazar. That's a ya and a ma. So that's yum. Ma tazar yum. Okay, who's ma tazar yum in the Bible? Right. I see what you're doing, sis. Mizraim in the Bible, Mizraim or Egypt. Okay. It appears that way in the Bible. Okay. And who are they known today as? The Egyptians. Got that? Now, of course, you know the backstory behind the Egyptians. That's where we went to escape the famine. That's where we found ourselves in captivity. That's where we found ourselves in captivity. In Mizraim, today known as Egypt, and in the Bible known as Egypt or Mizraim. Okay. The next one is that's a pa, that's a wat, that's a ta. So pa, pa wat. Okay, pa wat. Okay. Now these are some people. This is foot. And today we would call them North Africa. Why are they important? It was through the Pawat people that over 1 million of us in 70 AD fled Jerusalem. And we went in among the Pawat people to hide out from the pursuing Roman guards. You see that? It was from the Pawat people of foot, who are the North Africans. All right? These are the North Africans. And who's this last one? Shalom. Who's this last one? Let's spell it out. That's a ka, right? With the K, not a k. That's a ka. That's a na. Got the na in there. Ka na. That's an I with another na. So ka na ain. See the connector right here? Ka na ain. Okay. Ka na ain. And who is that? Ka na ain. Who do you think that is? Think about it. Canaan, how about this? Canaan. And who is Canaan today? Well, you got the North Africans. That means they would be what? South Africans. You know about the South Africans, right? And we're talking about the people original in this land. We're not talking about the German colonizers or the European colonizers that came into Johannesburg and places of South Africa. We're talking about the original people. They're called Canaan in the Bible. When you read the scrolls in the Hebrew, it's going to be Canaan. You understand? Foot, North African, is going to be Pawat. Egyptians, known as Egypt or Mizraim in the Bible, it's Matazarya. Matazarya. And again, to help you remember a little bit backstory, Egyptians, where we first found ourselves in bondage. You see that? Where we first found ourselves in bondage. North Africans or Pawat, right? Where over 1 million of us fled when Jerusalem got surrounded in 70 AD, and for some unknown reason, that army was told to pull back for a brief period of time. And when that army pulled back away from Jerusalem, over 1 million of us took off and ran up into North Africa and hid among the North Africans. And then you have who? Canaan, or Canaan, which we know today is the South Africans. You know, you're going to remember them, what, Nelson and Winnie Mandela, apartheid, and all of that, right? That's what we know South Africa for today. So remember that Canaan is Canaan. You see, they're not too different. Like this is Mitzrayim in the Bible is one way of recognizing Egypt, and in the Hebrew it's actually Matazari. See that? Canaan, Canaan, foot, Pawat. You see that? North African, South African. All right? You got that? Let me see if you got anything in the chat. Okay, looking good. We'll do the next three. Like I said, it's 18 nations. 18 nations. And we teach you this, why? So when you read in the Bible, and you hear something like, here we go. You read the word Gomer in the Bible. You know that's a nation. But you just don't know who Gomer is, do you? That's what we're fixing by teaching these. Now understand again, I want you to figure out the English spelling of this Hebrew word, okay? And that way that'll help you pronounce it. This is real interesting. All right, there we go. We got three more. Again, we do the backstory to help you memorize, so you can get it in your mind when you see these nations in the Bible. At the beginning of this, I told you some of these nations show up where? Psalms 83. Psalms 83. And watch this. This is going to be real interesting. The first one that we put up there is actually, that's a Ga, that's a Ma, that's a Ra, connected. So that is what? Ga, Mar. Okay, Ga, Mar. That's the first one. And Gamar is known in the Bible as what? Gomer. That's Gomer. See that? Pretty easy to connect the two. Gamar, Gomer, not that much different. But who are they today? They are the French. See that? They are the French. That fellow, Napoleon, he was a French emperor. He had our brothers down there. He was trying to fight our brothers down there in Haiti, our Levite brothers, and our Simeon brothers down there. And guess what? They got him up out of there and became the first enslaved country to fight their way to freedom. The first one of the 12 tribes of Israel. Interesting. It was those Levites and those Simeonites that got the French up off of them. But the rest of the world, as Psalms 83 says, right, took crafty counsel against them. And so what did they do? They refused to do business with Haiti and the Dominican Republic. There are two nations on one land now. They refuse, even though they got pineapples down there, they got bananas. The European world to this day still has economic sanctions against Haiti to this day. And that began with who? That French emperor named Napoleon. That began with Goma. Who's the next one we got here? We got a Ma. We got a God. Then we got a Wa to a God, which is Wag. All right? Magawad. Now, who is Magawad? In the Bible, they're called Magog. See that? Magawad is Magog in the Bible. And who is Magog today? Russia, or the Russian folk. See that? The Russian folk. Don't have to tell you too much about them, except for the Most High has promised to put a hook in his jaw and draw him to a place where he's going to be fighting in World War III. This is, you got a Yah and a Wa and a Na with a connector, so you got Yawan. In the Bible, you got Javan. See that? You got Javan. And who are they? They are the Greek. Now, Javan is the one we got around that our people got around back in the day. Our history with them, they were the pagans that considered to be enlightened. Their education was everything. Philosophies, deep thought, and they seduced a number of our people. You see. But the Greek, they were these philosophers. They came. That's why even today we talk about Greek mythology. And you know, the base word is myth, which is untruth. And yet people still worship. The Christian church comes out of mythology. And yet people still stay on top of that. They got the Greek Orthodox Catholic Church. Yeah. Greek Orthodox. So understand, a lot of religions had already come through by the time the Romans was over us. All right? So that's about 15 of them. We finna get the last 3. Now this one is gonna got a different got a backstory. This one I'm writing right now that you really might find interesting, because you do know there's a story about every nation on the face of the earth today, how he got there, who he used to be. All right, get a chance to write them down. We'll work 1, 2, 3. Back this camera up just a little bit so you can see that last one. I got it a little low. Can you see him? Yeah, you can see him now. Right. See him now. Magog is Russia. Gomer is France. Remember that. Gomer is France. Interesting. I'm reading the Bible right. That's a connection we don't want to see happen. That most people don't want to see happen, but it may happen. Gomer and Magog. Go check that out. All right, here we go. The first of the last one is what's this? Ashkenaz. Ashkenaz. All right, that's how that's pronounced. Ashkenaz. Interesting. Interesting. And in the Bible, who are they known as? In the Bible, it's just spelled different. They're still Ashkenaz. They just spell it different. K-E-N. A-Z. Ashkenaz. And who are they today? This is Germany. See that? This is Germany. The current buffer between the East and the West. What's the next one? Tha, Rosh, Yash. So that would be Tha, Rosh, Yash. Okay? So Rosh, Yash. Who they are in the Bible? Tarsus. How about that? Tarsus. Tarsus. There we go. Now, you know, Jonah was sent to, what was Jonah sent to? He was sent to, oh, I can't believe this. Jonah was told to go to Nineveh, I think it was. But he jumped on the boat that was headed to Tarshish. See that? This is the place that Jonah decided he was going to go, which is the opposite direction where the Most High wanted him to go. And I think Paul, or Saul of Tarshish, the Apostle Paul was, I believe, was known as Saul of Tarshish. You can check that out. But who is Tarshish today? Spain. See that? Spain. So Jonah was told to go to Nineveh, but he wanted to go to Spain. And the Most High didn't like that. The last one, this is a Ka. See that? Ka, a Tha. So ain't no connected here. So Ka, Tha, there's a Ya and a Ma, but they're connected. Ka, Tha, Yam. See that? Kathayam. And who are they in the Bible? They're recognized as Kittim. Kittim. And who are they today? The seat of Rome sits here. The seat of Christianity sits here in England. I'm not in Slovakia, in Italy. They sit in Italy. That's where the Pope is. Rome is in Italy. The Vatican is in Italy. And this is where all this garbage Christianity comes from. Kittim, from Kathayam. See? Kathayam. All right. You have any questions? It's a good lesson today. I appreciate y'all for studying. for your participation. You have any questions before we close out? Put them in the chat room now. You can put them in the chat room now if you have any questions. If there's no question, we'll say shalom. Otherwise, send y'all like a thumb. Yahweh Shema Alatan Bahashir Yahweh Shah.
You know why? Because I never saw you before, but you a black man like me. And it works out.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, so packed, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues for this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good wreck. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain, something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord?